Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I hope that you're doing well, and welcome to Mini Indie Game Reviews, a place where I'll be reviewing indie titles that are short, sweet, and straight to the point. Today we're going to be looking at Clustertruck, a game developed by Landfall Games and published through tinyBuild. This game was featured at PAX 2016, which I caught the trailer for one day and went out to get a copy of it. The developers kept somewhat of a devlog of updates to this game via videos on YouTube, and in September of the same year, this game was released. I got the PlayStation 4 version, so let's get into it. This game isn't something that looks groundbreaking at all. Its presentation looks a bit bland at first. But then later on you'll encounter things that due to the creative and chaotic level design will have the player in the air seeing nothing but epic and what the fuck moments. Most stages possesses a level of space and verticality that is quite impressive even though you're too busy trying not to fail a level. The different stages this game will have you going through has various themes that goes along with their individual gauntlet of levels. Now the question is, does this game look good? Yes. Is it the best of the best? Nah, not really when it comes to the visuals, but then there are certain games that's out there that pretty much is fun, even though it doesn't look like it's state of the art. Oh, and I can't forget there are like two particular levels that are centered around certain holiday themes. The first one is Halloween and the other one is Christmas. The Halloween levels tries its attempt to be spooky, and as for the Christmas levels, I like to call it the trials of the PS5, when you have to dodge dangerous anomalies to procure a win during the holiday seasons. So this game is a first-person obstacle course where the player has to complete levels by going from the start of each level to reach to the other side. But the thing is, the player has to traverse by jumping to and fro on top of moving trucks whose driver skills is on par with the drivers who probably got their license during 2020. But you're probably asking, how could you gotten your license when you're supposed to be quarantining with the Rona going around? Well, the government, especially down here in Georgia, will always find ways.
A driving test is a rite of passage for teenagers, but the coronavirus pandemic has put a hold on that in Georgia. For the time being, the state is allowing 16-year-olds to get a license without taking that road test. Tom Regan reports.
If you ever wanted to imitate that scene from the Wonder Woman trailers, this game is for you. The only catch is that if you touch the ground or anything else that's other than the truck, you'll have to restart the moderately short level. But don't worry though, failing is a part of the fun actually, and you are gonna fail a lot. I mean, not to be pessimistic, but it is what it is. Trying to jump from these trucks with these friendly drivers who's obviously like, Jesus, take the wheel, take it from my hand. It's a challenge in and of itself. To add more of a fun factor into the mix, the player obtains points at the end of each level depending on your performance that you can use to spend at the main menu to get what I guess you could say powers or abilities like to slow down time and grappling hooks and other things that seems to break the game. I mean, already when the player jumps, it feels like the laws of gravity is somewhat reminiscent of that on the moon. But as you play, the levels grow creatively and in difficulty the more deeper into the game you get. It gets to the point where just jumping from truck to truck is just only the preliminary ordeal that you have to maneuver through. This game is going to be throwing a whole lot more things at you for you to deal with. My suggestion to the players is to get those upgraded abilities ASAP, especially the one that slows down time. You're going to need that one. Music was done by Carl Floater and has a way of getting the player's heart pumping before facing off the absurd that is Clustertruck. Each level seems to have its own song that reflects the visuals and the themes of that level. For example, this arcade level has a song that does its justice with its melodic and semi-ethereal sound. Another example is this stage that looked like it came from Tron with a soundtrack that has a techno-like feel to it. Carl has done music for other games as well, but primarily the ones that was created by Landfall Games, which is where he is currently employed at. You can check out some of his works by visiting his official website. Links to where you can check out the website and where you can listen and grab the OST will be provided in the description below. The sound design in this game is very good. I mean, it's just a bunch of... oops, my bad, wrong terminology. A clusterfuck of trucks beeping ridiculously, driving around with their loud screeching of the tires and crashing. These sounds do a good job of imitating the internal frustration of being on I-75 and I-85 on a typical day around 5 p.m.
Lousy traffic jams.
This is Arnie Pie. Looks like we got a little accident that's backing traffic up as far as this reporter can see.
With everything covered, I'm going to give this game a 7 out of 10. This game is a nice experience to enjoy. It isn't complicated and it's made for casual gamers. Clustertruck keeps its focus on the player just moving and trying to get to the other side. The only few issues I probably have with this game is not knowing the weight or the size of the person I'm playing as. This was made known when I got to this laser stage. Here, my legs will get cut off by the lasers, which is technically impossible seeing as though I don't have any legs. I'm just a floating camera. Hell, I could be even one of those Mario camera guys for all I know. The other two issues that I have involves the placement of the controls. I wish there was some option where I can map the controls of the buttons myself, simply because it feels rather monotonous to move the way I would want to move. The last issue that I have is in conjunction with the controls, and that's the camera. In this game, I have to move while making sure that my perspective is focused correctly, seeing as though you can only move based on your perspective, and hit the S button to jump with triggers being used to utilize my abilities. I have to juggle all of this at the same time. It's manageable, but it can give the player a headache sometimes. Other than Clustertruck, if you like this game, I would also recommend checking out the game Verlet Swing. In that first-person view game, you kinda swing around like Spider-Man. Just like Clustertruck, that game is simple within its premise, but it's also satisfying once you get it down pat. Clustertruck is now available for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Steam for Mac and PC for about $15. But to wrap it all up, is Clustertruck worth getting? I would say so. It's simply fun for me. It's all about trial and error. Also, before I go, just for kicks and giggles, Landfall Games released a trailer and a demo imitating another indie game called Super Hot. In that game, it's pretty much a first-person shooter and everything moves when the player moves, but instead it's Super Hot. It was called Super Truck. Within that demo, it pretty much shared the same mechanic that I just explained, with the exception of course that it's not a shooter. But anyway, if you decide to pick this game up, let me know what you think in the comments below. But other than that, be safe out there, and peace y'all.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit up that notification bell, and I gotta go.